Pablo, you crazy for this one.
I ain't worried about the street gossip. I ain't worried about the street gossip.
On June 3rd, 2024, a high-speed pursuit unfolded on I-4 as a sedan, driven by Wilfred Ruiz, reached 120 miles per hour, collided with multiple vehicles, and recklessly endangered troopers and the public.
That's the form, you put a question on that. I copy to 1020.
Ruiz was finally stopped using a PIT maneuver. He was detained, treated for overdose symptoms, and officers recovered cocaine, scales, and baggies from the vehicle, indicating intent to distribute. On October 6, 2023 at 8:46 p.m., Trooper A. Matthews assisted Sergeant Calvert in pursuing a stolen GMC Acadia. The vehicle fled recklessly through Atlanta, ignoring traffic laws and evading multiple law enforcement agencies.
Yep, going through the parking lot, coming back out onto West End. 795 is going to have primary. 795 is going to have primary.
795 will be primary at this time.
Can't do it. $10.50 still going.
You have the 56, keep going. He crashed. It's on Lee Street.
After striking a Chrysler 300 and a guardrail, Matthews executed a successful petit maneuver. The driver, Willie Joe Williams, fled on foot but was captured with a taser, showing signs of alcohol impairment and refusing a blood test.
Get hands behind your back! Turn around! Let go! Let go! Hey, y'all check the car?
Twenty East at Lowry. That silver Mercedes sedan.
On March 25, 2023, Georgia State Patrol responded to assist Atlanta police after a stolen silver Mercedes-Benz SUV sped through E20, weaving dangerously through traffic. The driver ignored all traffic laws, prompting a pursuit.
Right lane. Phoenix, are you on here? Passing Malin Ave. It should be hard to miss us. Just struggling northbound.
The chase ended in a multi-vehicle crash. The driver, Michael Smith, and a female passenger fled on foot but were apprehended. Smith was positively identified and taken into custody by Atlanta police, while the stolen vehicle was linked to him. On September 28, 2024, a police officer on patrol along US 78 noticed a gray Dodge Ram speeding at 107 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone. Without hesitation, the officer activated his lights and siren, attempting to catch up to the truck.
TBI. Roll over. In front hydro.
As the pursuit escalated, officers decided to execute a TVI. The maneuver successfully spun the truck out of control, sending it crashing into a utility pole, which snapped in half from the force of the impact, creating chaos at the scene. With the vehicle disabled, officers approached cautiously, and upon additional backup arriving, they were able to safely remove the driver from the wrecked truck. The driver, later identified as Mr. Hotchkiss, was found to have a strong odor of alcohol. He was arrested and charged with a number of offenses, including fleeing, reckless driving, failure to stop at a red light, speeding, driving without a seatbelt, and driving under the influence. In June 2024, while patrolling in Little Rock, police officers noticed a black Dodge Charger committing a traffic violation. When they attempted to initiate a traffic stop by activating their emergency lights, the driver chose to flee, leading officers on a dangerous high-speed pursuit that began near a gas station. The Charger sped recklessly through city streets, and at one intersection, the driver lost control while trying to make a sharp turn. However, before officers could close in, the suspect regained control of the vehicle and continued the pursuit at high speed. Moments later, the chase took a dramatic turn when the Charger collided with an 18-wheeler, significantly slowing the vehicle. Recognizing the opportunity, officers executed a precise PT maneuver, disabling the car. But just as the vehicle came to a stop, the driver jumped out while it was still moving and fled the scene on foot. Despite their efforts, officers were unable to catch the suspect, who successfully escaped into the surrounding area. The abandoned vehicle was later inspected and towed back to police headquarters for further investigation. On May 24th, 2023, Cobb County Police located a stolen vehicle on I-75 South, driven by a suspect linked to an armed robbery. The pursuit began after the suspect committed the robbery and then stole a pickup truck in a frantic bid to escape.
For heavy traffic on the right shoulder, 80 miles an hour. Get off of Windy Hill.
There ain't no third place to be in if it's clear.
As officers closed in, the suspect discarded his weapon but continued to hold a knife to his neck, creating a tense standoff.
Alright, let's see what's coming up!
After a brief standoff, the suspect finally dropped the knife and complied with police orders, lying down on the ground to be taken into custody. In tears, the suspect reportedly said, "I just wanted to get away." On September 11th, 2024, Officer Lasso Silva of the Florida Highway Patrol's Crime Suppression Unit responded to a report of a vehicle theft in progress.
Alright, I'm taking radio traffic. Ten 4, but the vehicle's continuing. The vehicle's continuing.
As the suspect attempted to flee, Officer Keller deployed his K-9, who swiftly apprehended the driver of the white truck. Meanwhile, officers managed to secure and handcuff the rear passenger, bringing the chase to a quick and effective end. From the moment Jawan Savals Hall noticed the patrol car, suspicion turned into a full-blown escape. One slight move from police and he hit the gas, sparking a high-speed chase that pushed both man and machine to the edge. Despite a well-executed Paiti maneuver, Hall's vehicle kept going, forcing a second strike. The car flipped and finally came to a stop, but the drama wasn't over.
We're still continuing westbound, speeds 40 miles an hour. He's barely able to control it. Vehicle's almost DAV.
Hall refused to comply, staying inside the wreckage and ignoring commands. What could have been a peaceful surrender turned into a tense standoff, an ending just as reckless as the chase itself.
Hands up! Hands up, motherfucker! Hands up on the ground! I will kill you!
Still at 9083 miles.
A dramatic police chase in Florida was captured on a Florida Highway Patrol dash cam after troopers identified a vehicle reported stolen days earlier. The chase continued through several roads, posing a significant threat to public safety. To bring the dangerous situation to an end, troopers executed a Paiti maneuver, forcing the vehicle to a stop. The suspect was quickly apprehended without any further incident or damage and taken into custody.
traffic at 1437.
Check the traffic stop, please.
County police have released footage capturing a dramatic high-speed chase involving 28-year-old Osvaldo Llosa Garcia. The incident began during a routine traffic stop when Garcia suddenly fled and opened fire on pursuing officers. The chase spanned 130 miles per hour, with the suspect recklessly endangering lives as he shot at police.
We're back to medium traffic, speed is 100. Hey, he's pointing a gun at me. Hey, he's fired. Shots fired, shots fired. He's popping off shots now. He's about to lose him.
Garcia was eventually apprehended and taken into custody without further incident. He now faces multiple charges, including fleeing from police, excessive speeding, and illegally driving on a divided highway. Authorities say additional charges are likely as the investigation continues. On June 29, 2023, dispatch received a report of a vehicle evading a traffic stop in Winnebago County. Officers quickly initiated a pursuit, but the suspect, driving erratically at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, posed a serious risk to himself and others on the road. As the chase progressed, the suspect abandoned the vehicle, which rolled into a ditch, causing him to briefly lose his balance. Seizing the opportunity, police closed in, but the suspect regained his footing and fled on foot. Despite his efforts to escape, law enforcement officers successfully apprehended him after a short-foot pursuit. This incident underscores the high risks law enforcement officers face in these dangerous situations and the challenges involved in dealing with individuals who are determined to evade capture. In this breathless pursuit, every rev of the engine pushes the fugitive closer to the edge. Each second a gamble between freedom and finality. He's not just running from the law, he's racing against fate itself. This isn't just a chase, it's a battle of endurance. A marathon measured in gallons, not miles. But while the fugitive fears the needle hitting empty, the police never run out of fuel or patience. Both sides drive with relentless precision. The officers handle each curve with trained control, while the suspect throws caution to the wind, cutting corners like he's got nothing left to lose. Tires screech, hearts pound, but there's only one finish line. fate waits for no one. Despite his daring maneuvers and desperate speed, the fugitive's run ends in the cold click of handcuffs. His escape may have been thrilling, but the law doesn't lose.
É bode o bagulho?